All right, so I want to add one more feature here to this ball's movement. What I want to do is get the ball, just adjust my timeline here real quick, get the ball um, to show anticipation, right? So right now, when I come off the platform, I just immediately go forward. Although I do ease in a little bit, I'd like to show a little anticipation, okay? So quite honestly, there isn't any other way to do this that I know other than using the graph editor. And this is what I mean. So I'm coming up here and I've got values for different things. So here's my, my rotation. If I grab this and middle mouse, now I haven't broken the tangents yet. So now what am I doing here? I'm raising this above 0. So watch what happens. So the ball is actually going to start rotating backwards and then come forwards. See what happens? So because I'm above 0, all right, now I'm going to try to sync that with the translation. Same thing. So instead of starting forward, I'm going to raise that a little bit above. So now it should move back. Oh boy. And then come forward. Well, that's just a little too far back. This goes right off the platform. So let's take it down a little bit. Okay, so that may be a little more dramatic than we need, but let's see what happens. So it's just a real quick thing, and you can, make that by, and it's really subtle. So let me try to zoom in here a little bit, so you can see how long it's lasting. Okay, at this point, you can see it's coming to about there where it hits 0 again. So if you wanted to, what you could do is you could also bring your mouse there and say, that's translation Z, say set key, drag that, and move it back to 0. And now what you've done is you've said that whole backup has to go even faster. Let's go real slow. So watch it. It's really quick. Oops, sorry. And that's really all you need for the anticipation. There's a number of reasons to add the anticipation. Number one, it adds more excitement. It adds more of a realistic. And again, what I'd like you to think about is standing still and you have to jump. And the first thing you do is you bend down or you squat down to gain strength and then jump. This is essentially what anticipation is. And there's a number of examples in the principles of animation section that show you both in cartoon, and I think one of the examples actually shows you a kid doing a flip into a sand trap. Same idea. But the anticipation here is really just to get the idea of that momentum. It's an animation technique. It's a qualitative thing. It's not a literal physics thing. The other thing it does is it draws your attention. Anytime you see motion, your instinct drawn right away to that motion. Anytime you're looking at a computer and somebody walks by, you almost can't help but quickly look up to see who that was. Same thing here. It now focuses the learner where you want them to be as you deliver the lesson, so that anticipation is not really part of the lesson. It's like an attention grabber, and then the lesson follows.